I'm ready. Right, okay. So, hi, I'm Nick, and I've been wanting to make this video for a while because I keep talking to people about my zine, about my comic, and I'm posting some things about it, but I've never fully explained what it is and what it means. So, here we go. This is the first zine comic. Ømit, whichever you want to call it. It's supposed to be both. Like the O is supposed to also be an E, although granted, mainly looks like an E. Let's go with Ømit for now. But essentially it's both words, because Ømit is when you've forgotten something, and Ømit is to obviously emit something, and it's about forgetting that you have something to emit. So it is both. So this zine is about mental health and the feelings of being secluded and being isolated, and it follows this character with a house for a head, and the house represents feeling closed and locked in. It's not accessible to other people when you have this house for a head, which is kind of a feeling that I feel like I felt. I felt like I was closing myself off, shutting myself away, and no one could really understand or look inside because there was this wall around me, and around the head in particular, because you are just so in your own thoughts. So this character kind of just came to mind. I started drawing it a lot because basically, okay, let me go into why this is important. Before I made this, I'd basically given up on drawing. I gave up on art. I was just deep in that pit and I couldn't see any way out. I was going through therapy and stuff, and it wasn't until someone suggested art therapy that I started to communicate emotions through art again in such a pure way, without worrying about it and without being so critical of my stuff. It wasn't to make art, it was just to make a mess with paint, and my god, I recommend it to the world. It's really good, you should try it. Just get some paint, make a mess. When you're feeling angry, like, get red paint and just put it down there and just, you know, do it. Trust me, it's a good feeling. And yeah, I obviously did start drawing some things to kind of resemble how I was feeling, and this house head thing started cropping up. And I just resonated with it, and I had this story in my mind, and I wanted this character to do more things. When I applied to a screen printing course, I was still really apprehensive about making art, and my screen printing tutor, who's now my friend, Ben Ryder, he said, why not try and make a zine? And he told me about this trick of using one piece of paper to create a zine. And I just went all in. I drew a lot of things. I had a time frame as well, because the course was going to finish, so I really just narrowed down and got it out. And I felt for the first time in my life this kind of feeling of worth, because this I knew was worth something, and I wanted to make it so much that I just started valuing my time more than I'd ever done before, and was just focused on this project, and it helped me so much. I mean, having it now is just mad, but the first thing I'd made that was tangible, and it was a thing, and I'd finished it, it means a lot. It's a very short thing, but essentially the idea is to make a mini series of these, a bunch of mini stories. I'm working on the prequel now, but a poem will run through all of them. A poem runs through this one, which is really important for me, because I feel like the rhythm of the words represents a heartbeat, which represents life. And the story is dark, the stories will be dark, but they all, like, my aim is for all of them to end in something hopeful, or to end into something good, because that's what I want to instill in people, that there is hope, and there is a way, and there is something good that can come out of it. Because honestly, through my experiences, anything that's been bad has had a seed of good that's come out of it. There is always a silver lining, and it's so freaking hard to believe when you're in the midst of it, but time and time again, the silver lining comes along. I think I've described it. I wanted to make a video to describe it. I think I've described it.